Now let's go over an example of how to count the gross profit, net profit, and operating profit, and the profit margins for all of these in a fictitious business plan for my mobile apps. And of course, all the financial figures are fictitious because obviously I'm private about my own finances here.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
So the total revenue is $125,000. The cost of goods, basically salary for programmers, and which is me in this case, and design, is set to total $67,000. So I subtract that from 125 and you get the 58,000. Then we keep going. That's the gross profit. Then we keep going. The operating profit basically takes additional expenses. For example, I have marketing cost, accounting cost, other costs, and these are listed here. And you would figure out what those additional costs are for you, and you would just subtract them further from the gross profit. So I ended up with $54,000 as my operating profit. And the net profit, basically, you subtract like taxes, interest, or debt. So basically, just further subtract, and you get those numbers. Then you can calculate the profit margin for all of these. You got your gross profit margin, operating margin, and net margin. All you do is you take the original revenue, you keep that number, and whatever that number you came up with for the gross profit, see, I came up with 58,000, so you would put it here, and 42,000 for the operating profit. I just enter it here, and so I divide, for example, the 42,500 by 125, and I get 0.34, which is, in percentage terms, you essentially just say 34%. So your net profit margin is 34%, gross profit margin is 46%, and so on. So that's how you do these calculations. Usually, if you have more complex finances, you would do this in Excel and itemize them line by line. But here, just because it's a relatively simple example, I did it all for you here so that you can see how actually pretty easy this can be to calculate.